Hello everybody, this is ZooterJelf911 here for another part of Resident Evil 4. In the last part we got through the, or I should say went, if you want to be proper English, but we went through the right door and beat the Elegante, picked up some stuff, and in this part we are going to go through the left side and we are going to fight off a bunch of the zombies, or if you want to be Resident Evil 4 technical, the Ganados, as they are officially called, since they're not really zombies. We'll get more into that later on in the story, but whatever. Set that guy on fire. I love how just shooting them sets them on fire. Like, to me, that is just really strange. I mean, if the bullet passes through the fire, and it's an explosive bullet, which combusts the fire using some sort of gasoline that would use for the explosive device, would mega ignite it. But then again, I guess at that point you would, if you used an explosive bullet, the gasoline inside of it was already primed to explode, because once you shot it out of the gun, a fire was ignited. So shooting it through another fire would only make a more catastrophic explosion, which would then absolutely obliterate the zombies. So, and we know the bullets in this gun are not explosive to begin with, so there's no explanation for why they catch on fire. They just do. So, I was, I don't know. I don't know. I really don't. I never know anything at all. So I guess I was thinking, well, how can you guess if you were thinking? You are thinking, you can't guess that. Well, I guess last night I was thinking. No. You never say I guess I was thinking. You only say I was thinking, because if you say I guess I was thinking, that only means you were thinking that, and if it's something you don't want somebody to know and say I guess I was, you're only making yourself look like a bigger jerk. So I was thinking about sports. Yeah, I very rarely do that. I'm not a gigantic sports person. Kinda am. Very minimal to the most part. Like, it's really weird. Like, I'm not that into sports, but then I have friends who are like insanely into sports, and they'll be playing like those college football games or whatever, the NCAA games, and they'll be like spouting out all this stuff about all the different players, and they're picking it because of like this running back and this fullback and this quarterback and this defensive lineman. I don't know, just all this stuff, and like spouting out all this philosophical football stuff like live by the blitz, die by the blitz. I don't know, just really weird. But the one time I was thinking about sports, is I was thinking of ways to change them to make them more entertaining. And I'm not talking about stuff like baseball and football and basketball and all that stuff. That stuff's fine, but I'm talking about stuff like the pole vault and the long jump and all that stuff, which is just one action and just a way to make that much more entertaining. Though the way I thought to fix the pole vault was that you know how like they use a pole to you vault over a pole, because that's the name of the sport. So I guess that's where they get it from. I guess I want to think. Yeah. I guess. But instead of a pole, I would make it a brick wall. Like, if they do not jump over it high enough, and they slam into a brick wall. I don't know why, but that would just be really funny. So, and probably the change that would cause the most controversy, though, would be the long jump, because, you know, it's kind of like, I don't think they're trying hard enough with their long jumps. I mean, they're just jumping in the sand. That's not fun. We need to make the thing that they have to long jump over like just a strip of land filled that's an alligator pit. So, like, you don't jump far enough, you die. That's how it'll work in the long jump. And I mean, that'll make people jump a lot further, I guess. If you don't jump far enough, you die. So I guess that would work. Okay, this part right here, I'm going to jump down, and you will get to see the best part of the game, because we will have the two funnest enemies to deal with. Now, if you want to avoid this, just run straight for that ladder. Remember, if you kick over any of the ladders before you jump down, you're dead. because if you try to flip around and go up the ladder you came up with, odds are you're going to get your head chopped off. Very likely, because they run a lot faster than you turn around because of the very sluggish-ish controls of Resident Evil. And since you can't run and shoot, you can't stall them, then jump back, and you got to deal with Plagas heads and whatnot. So I mean, it's a whole ordeal of stuff. So I mean, like, it's just run straight for that other ladder. If you don't run straight for the other ladder, just give up and just throw the game away. So thinking of Resident Evil controls, the Resident Evil game is going to come out for the 3DS, Resident Evil Revelations. You can actually walk and shoot, which is a big step forward for Resident Evil. But I don't know about it. Something about it just does not seem like it'll work extremely well. Because from what we've seen of the game, it uses the same control style, so you still have to hold down a button to pull up your gun to shoot and press another button to shoot. And all at the same time, you have to use an aiming device, i.e. the control pad. So, since you have one left thumb and one right thumb, how is this going to work so that you can move at the same time? Because you're going to have to use the control stick to aim, and you're going to have to use the other control pad, whatever, to walk. While at the same time you're holding down a button with your other hand to hold up your gun to shoot. So what I'm imagining is that you use, since it has two control things, I guess what they're going to do is when you're walking and shooting, you cannot change your aim, which truthfully and honestly, if they do that, there is no way that that'll work and that will be useful, being able to walk and shoot. I guess if you got like a giant target, you got a zombie right in your face, you can back up a few steps, pop some lead into him real quick, I guess. I'm not sure though. So, I don't know, I'm a little skeptical of that whole moving and shooting, because the Resident Evil games, just, I don't know why. The only game in the series that really would have benefited from that is Resident Evil 5, which I could... You know what, I'm going to save my Resident Evil 5 rant for another video. A longer one, preferably. So... And what... Let me read here. Okay, so... What... I just... What was I talking... I've completely lost my thought process for some reason. It's like whenever I'm recording, I'll like be talking and I'll just stumble over a word for a second and I'll be like, God, what was I talking about 20 seconds ago? It's like I guess I have like really bad short-term memory for recording. I don't know why that would be though, because that makes no sense. But whatever. So the one thing with since it's on the 3DS, Resident Evil Revelations, what I'm imagining one of the problems that is going to come up is that they're going to try too many jump scares with the 3D. I hope they don't, but they might. Well, anyway, this has been a very episode of Resident Evil 4. See you guys next time. Bye.